do a lot of interviews. A lot of the interviews kind of end up sounding the same. You get asked the same questions.
Right.
So we wanted to kind of offer our fans a little more insight into Dizzy Wright and the growing process. So I figured I'll come in and ask the questions. I've been getting to know you over the past 4 years.
Okay.
I've seen a lot. I've heard a lot.
Okay.
So let's talk about the growing process. I mean, the first question is going to be typical. You're going to explain, okay, what is the growing process to you? What was the inspiration behind the growing process?
The inspiration behind the growing process, I feel like everybody has a growing process.
Yeah.
So with everybody having a growing process, it made me look at my growing process with this whole music shit, from signing the funk volume all the way to getting to the signing the funk volume. But I think that everybody that's a part of my growing process already, I feel like I just wanted to kind of solidify that and make it real.
So I've seen you, and as a person, we're many different things. You know, I'm a son, I'm a brother, I'm an owner, I'm a boss. Nah. But you know, I'm a student, I'm a teacher.
Right.
And you likewise.
Right.
You know, you're a son,
Yes,
you're
sir.
a brother,
Yes.
you're a father, you're an artist, you're a label mate. You know, and I've seen you grow as each one of these things. I want to talk about the growing process in each of those roles, and some of the more prominent roles that you hold.
Okay.
And I wanted to start it off with your role as a son and your father specifically, because for me, one of the dopest memories I have with Funk Volume was when we were in Detroit and you met your father for the first time. How have you grown as a son in relationship to your father over the past few years? Like, how has that experience been? How have you matured? You know, I kind of just talk about that relationship.
Well, I feel like it taken, you know, how old was I when I met my pop? 21?
Yeah.
21, so 21 years of never seeing somebody and not knowing somebody, I had no understanding of my pops. So meeting him and just being, it was kind of weird, because I'm like, so you the nigga, you know what? I'm just like, but I had no real understanding of like a father-son relationship. The closest I got to that is with my grandfather probably. But I think that over the years I have a way better understanding of him now. Actually, congrats to my pops, he just had a daughter. Yeah, my pops, so I got a little sister now, you know what I'm saying? Little sister. Don't nobody know that, you know what I'm saying? It's the real Dizzy right
exclusives. You get the
you know what I'm saying?
exclusives.
Nah,
Okay.
but yeah, my pops, so I'm happy for him because he get to actually be a father, an active father in my little sister's life. He was behind bars for my whole life, so I have a better understanding of what he really wanted. Like, he wanted to be there. You know, when your pops is locked up and you young, you just really don't know what to do. You don't know what to think. You know what I mean? You don't know if he loved you. You don't know if he would have loved you. You know what I mean? But
obviously, your mother's involved as well, and you guys have been up and down. How has that relationship evolved and grown over the past few years as you've become, you know, a more successful artist? You know, the good and the bad, whatever you would.
yeah, you know what's crazy is my relationship with my mom has been funny for years, you know, because my mom is a single mom, you know, and she had 4 boys and 1 little girl, but she, you know, she was raising men, and I think that she wanted to keep us out the streets, to keep us away from drugs and shit. She wanted us to do music, something that she was already actively involved in, you know, and she became our manager, and with her becoming our manager at an early age, I'm telling you, it took away a lot of the mother-son relationship. Like, as I started getting older, I realized I had more of a manager than a mom.
Right.
And our relationship got, you know, fucked up. You know, I took that shit to the heart. I was just like, I don't need no manager. You know what I mean? I need a mom, somebody that's gonna hold me down when the world is kind of against the guava. For real. But I think that it took a long, and it was hard for my mom to accept that now I had took what she had given to me and I'm running with it, and I don't want her to run behind me and be my manager no more. It's like I'm telling her to go sit in the corner and just not do what she loved. So mom's not, she feeling some kind of way about me. Like I'm about to go sit in the corner, nigga.
Right.
I gave you this, nigga. I'm the reason you do this.
Right.
So, and I feel it, but I'm like, that's not what I need no more. You gave it to me, and now I'm running with what you taught me. You know what I'm saying? But regardless of what you want, you're gonna fuck up our relationship. I don't need my mom running out here on tour with me when I got little brothers and little sisters. You know what I mean? They need a mom too.
Right.
It's not all about what I got going on. You feel me? And that's what was my problem growing up doing this music shit. I didn't like being away from my family and running all around these states trying to make this rap shit work. You feel me? At a young age, we needed to be stable and fucking be taught some home training. You know what I'm saying? Because I realized I ain't had no damn home training, you know?
No, you didn't. Shout out, I don't know which camera to look at, but shout out to Mama Wright. Yeah, we love you. Definitely part of the fam. And you brought up your brothers and your sisters. So how has your role as a brother grown over the past few years?
Yeah, it's crazy because I'm the second oldest. So my older brother, Lorenzo, spent a lot of time in jail. I have different memories than my little brothers. When I was a little younger, I really looked up to him. He was the dude, you know what I mean? We like Bone Thugs and Harmony, and we wanted long hair, and he already had long hair. I wanted to be on a basketball team, and he was already on a basketball team. I watched him kind of like throw his life away, you know what I mean? And that's what kind of shaped me. I learned from all my brother's mistakes. Everything that he did, I was like, I'm cool. I don't want to be a thief. Niggas be getting caught. I'm like, I don't want to be out with the homies super late. Niggas be coming home with the police. I'm like, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna just do everything a little bit different. So that's kind of like, that's what I was teaching myself. Without having a dad, that's kind of like I was teaching myself. So then my little brother KJ, who was right under me, we fought a lot because we were close. But I was the second oldest, but he wasn't giving me the respect I deserved. You feel me?
That's how I feel about Switch.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not the oldest, but I'm still older than you, nigga. You know what I mean? You're not just gonna be disrespecting me. So I'm like, I had to pound on him a couple times. And then I got my little sister, and Gigi, that's our angel. We live and die by Gigi. Ain't nothing gonna ever happen to her. I pray nothing ever happened to her. But and then my baby brother P.O., he's the baby, and it's crazy because he's a photographer now and he's growing into this little active man. And I'm watching my little brother start. My baby brother is about to be 19. I'm just really, he's kind of at the stage. I had my first apartment when I was 17. He got his first apartment now. And I'm just like, you the baby, look at you. Like, they all look at me as somebody who knows how to stick to something. When I was trying to graduate high school, and they told me that it was either play basketball and do summer school, or go to high school and then do night school so you can graduate. How I had to stick to school to graduate, living on my own, waking up myself, and all of that shit, I stuck to that shit, And now they watching me stick to this music shit, and they just like, they starting to catch on now. They looking at it from a different angle and not just it being success. I'm like, look at how I stuck to this shit. The same way I stuck to my school shit. And I was like, fuck that, I'm not gonna be going to no damn summer school. Vegas is too fucking hot in the summer, bro. No way, I'm gonna finish this shit now. But I had to let basketball go. And that shit hurt my feelings. I wanted to hoop, you know what I mean? But I put all my frustrations on this music shit, and I learned.
And we get the hoop on Saturday at South by Southwest anyway. So
yeah, we taking the chance.
So we good. But I know, there's different like emotions and situations that you go through with your brothers because, an older brother doesn't want to be shown what to do by a younger brother.
Yeah.
Sometimes your success can kind of breed negative situations. I hear that from the fans. They might hear that from friends. How do you deal with that and make it known that you love them and you're trying to support them, in a way?
What I do is I'm honest with them when they honest with me, because I know that there's going to be certain things that happen and they gonna feel some type of way, and they not gonna say nothing. They just gonna let it resonate on their heart, you know.
Right.
And then when they come to me, or you know, they blow up about it or whatever, I'm just 100 with them. You know, I know how to really, really talk to my brothers. But my main thing is my mom, because me being the most successful child, I don't want to be the favorite. Don't, you know, put no little light over me, and don't put no light over my brothers or my sisters. You know, you treat all of us the same, no matter what the fuck I do. And you know, I tell that to my mom so it don't come off on my brothers, because I'm never gonna treat them different. I'm always gonna treat them the same, you know. But it's how our immediate family starts acting. If everybody started treating me like some type of king, like I'm better than my brothers, like we didn't all struggle in the same house, then hell yeah, I'm gonna feel some type of way. Like, don't even treat me different, treat me the same. So I make sure that the people around me is keeping it G. You know what I mean? Getting all over the place.
So now, the biggest piece of your life as a father, you know, we were on tour when Zayden had her first birthday.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you didn't make it
Yeah.
to the first birthday. You had a jail situation that you were dealing with. You know, it was still a lovely birthday, but I know you.
I had fun, nigga. The food was good.
But I know that was something that hurt you.
Yeah, super bad, bro.
It hurt you. You know, what did you learn from that experience? And you know, even I mean, not only
pay your tickets,
but even and since then, as you've grown, I'm sure you learn every day.
Yeah.
Being with Zayden, and now your son, your firstborn son Ziggy.
Yeah.
You know, how have you grown as a father from that experience, or just other experiences that you've had?
I mean, the whole time I was in there, I was just thinking I need to be more responsible. You know, everything that comes with living life. You know, maintaining. I need to maintain better. I need to be more aware of what's going on, because I wasn't aware. That's what made me so mad. That's why I was so mad, because I was kind of treating the cops like I was a nigga that had nothing on me. You know, I was more upset that it was my daughter's birthday. We got pulled over. Y'all got me standing out here. I'm trying to get to the party. You feel me? I'm hot. You know, that I'm even standing here. Not being aware that I had a warrant and being caught off guard like that, oh, I was crushed. I was crushed, bro. I was like, oh no, hell no. Then I went to jail. They like, Dizzy, what you doing in here? Nigga, what you doing in here, nigga? I'm like, these niggas, man, don't say nothing to me. I'm like, nigga, don't nobody talk to me. So I mean, but I told myself that I need to just be more responsible. But it taught me a lot, man. It just made me feel like I need to be a better me.
There is one thing that you told me 2 or 3 years ago that hasn't necessarily happened yet. You told me that you was gonna slow down on the weed.
I told you
as Zayden got older.
Yeah, I told you I might slow down one day. And you naturally slow down. I don't think Snoop smokes as much as he used to.
What?
That's all I'm gonna say. I think that
is that still the plan, or did we change the perspective?
I think that, you know, marijuana will still be around, present, always, but will I be smoking like my 24-year-old self or my 23-year-old self in 10 years? Probably not, because I'm wilding right now. I'm like, yo, if my lungs can't handle it, fuck it. You know what I mean? I'm just like.
Okay, so we was gonna start here and then go here, and then maybe one day we'll come back.
Yeah.
This wasn't how I envisioned it.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you, this wasn't how I envisioned it either. Like, but what's crazy is with marijuana is that it's always been a tax expense for me. Well, now I've got it to the point where, you know, motherfuckers want to give it to me for free. Now, when I was thinking about being a rapper and I was thinking about being on the road, I never imagined people would want to give me weed that they pay for free, because I thought it was an expense for everybody. Hell, if I'm wrong, they want you to have it all. You know what I mean? So shit has changed, G. The laws have changed. Everything is changing.
Okay, I had to call you out on that, because that is one thing that we talked about that hasn't necessarily come
Yeah.
to fruition.
Yeah, it's more speeding up.
Yeah, it's definitely speeding up.
Definitely.
So, nah, so yeah, your growth as a father, man, I think it's amazing. You know, I've seen it. You know, I see the excitement around.
Thank
You know, your children. Looking forward to Ziggy getting of age,
Yeah.
with him, and the whole
Yeah,
nine.
man. Turning them up.
So yeah, so we covered your growth as a son, as a brother, as a father. You know, you hear I met you because you're an artist.
Yeah.
You know, so and I've seen you grow as an artist in different ways. But what do you think has been the most important growth as Dizzy Wright, or from Dizzy D Flashy to Dizzy Wright?
Well, the 4 agreements for sure. I picked up the 4 agreements after the Dizzy D Flashy days.
Okay.
You know, and I applied that to my life after the Dizzy D Flashy days. So before that, I felt like I was kind of like, you know, you read something and you're like, I kind of do this, but you didn't read it and know that it was actually something. I don't know, man. I think just the way that I look at life, I've always tried to look at life not for the negative, you know, because when you're down and out, if you're thinking negative, if your negative thoughts is all negative, you're never gonna be able to get out.
Is there a different approach to your music, or do you feel like that's kind
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I used to just go in the studio and just put the fucking verse on it. I thought the shit sounded like Drake shit when I did the shit. I was like, hey, this shit slapping. I was like, man, it's a whole science to this shit. And I've slowly learned the science to this shit with every project. From, you know, just making words pop out to adding things to your verses and just making a song. You know, I feel like I got a better concept of that just by being around Jaren and Hop and Swizz and just, you know, the little things that I take from them. But the shows, them shows, man, I've taken them shows very seriously since I got on Funk Volume. Like, I never once not taken it serious, you know, and now I could really rock a show. I'm like that Vegas artist that could really put down a motherfucking show. You know, you could throw me out there with the big dogs and I'm gonna get them jumping.
So how do you feel like you've evolved as a label mate, you know, since joining Funk Volume back in 2012?
I love it, man. I love my role in Funk Volume, you feel me? I feel like everybody takes me serious. But I'm like the goofy one. Everybody's goofy, but everybody know I'm always happy and being goofy. I'm never really tripping about nothing, but people take me serious. You know, but when I'm saying some real shit, listen to what I'm saying. Don't just not listen to me and treat me like I'm just a nigga that don't know what he talking about, you know? But I go off of feeling, you know?
That rolls for Jaren, by the way.
Yeah.
We let Jaren be that guy.
But I think that even with, like, you know, when I do get to voice my opinion, you know, and I voice my opinion a little more because sometimes I feel like, you know, motherfuckers want to know how I feel about it. And I love that, you know, because I be wanting to know. I be waiting for niggas to say something. I be like, how this nigga Hot feel about this? What this nigga gonna say? Okay, all right, cool. You know, but we just take each other seriously. Our wants and our needs. We take it serious. We don't take anything for granted. And I think that in itself, Funk Volume, we have grew personally with when y'all first announced me, people probably would have thought that we kicked it like a motherfucker, you know? People's perception of us for the longest is like we're this, you know? And it hasn't been like that. We have been growing to become like this, you know? Right. To even be able to look each other in the face and really understand each other before we get like all this, and, right. You know? And I think that we're right here, you know what I mean?
That's what I had to grow to understand too, because when we started bringing on new artists, like I wanted everything to be like that.
Yeah, instantly.
From
jump.
Yeah. And I was like, well, why can't that happen?
Yeah.
Like, Hop's cool, Swizz is cool, yeah. But it takes time to learn everybody, to learn their values, to learn their past experiences.
But to get there though is because when you expect something to be like this and it's not, you instantly go separate ways. You like, if it ain't like this, nigga, it can't. My hands is, nigga, I can't do nothing, you know what I mean? But we went right back here and just slowly,
But I think
Yeah,
I think when fans hear this conversation, maybe they'll understand why there hasn't been like a Funk Volume album.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, you know, even though I wanted it and I know it's
Yeah.
gonna be dope, you can't force something like that until we get like this.
Exactly.
And it's still a process.
Because we're real humans, you know what I mean? We're not, nothing was handed to us, so, but we worked for this shit. And that's why we had to step back and be like, okay, look what we got. Look, do we really want to make it happen? You know, and if we really want to make it happen, then we need to start being here, you know what I mean? Because us trying to work like this, you know what I mean? We just gonna be another fucking crew.
Right.
Just who tried to fucking do it, you know what I mean?
You know, I've had to be more patient now because I recognize, like, look, it's not going to be the way I envisioned it right out the gate.
Yeah.
So just let things play out when they play out and work on what's in front of you. So there's a couple more roles that I know you play that I want to talk about. You've emerged as a leader. Your voice carries weight, you know, not just in your family, but as an artist. Do you accept that responsibility as a leader, and how have you grown as a leader, or how has your perspectives changed, you know, over the past few years?
It's funny because I definitely accept that, but I'm starting to learn that the things that stuck with me when I was growing up, like, you know, the activist nigga that came to the Boys and Girls Club and talked to us, you know what I'm saying? That dude that just came and dropped some jewels on us, that leader, you know what I'm saying? Just the different things when I was growing up that inspired me, you know what I mean? Just by somebody just saying something to me, I'm gonna be that dude. And if people fuck with it, they fuck with it. I'm not gonna take it as like a leader that need followers. If I just constantly be that dude, that leader that came to my Boys and Girls Club and dropped them jewels on me, I'll be straight. I don't even gotta look at it as being a leader. Just being somebody, cause he ain't getting paid no money, no good money to come and drop them jewels. I don't know, he was a regular dude, you know what I mean? I'm like, he just came and dropped some real shit on us for no reason.
The flip side of a leader, or the flip side of a teacher, is also a student.
Yeah.
And I know that you're that as well, as we all are.
Yeah.
You know, so how have you, I don't know if necessarily grown as a student, but who are some of the people that you look to for guidance, or that you can learn from? You know, I know you just mentioned the cat at the Y, I think it was, when you was younger.
Yeah.
But now who is it?
I mean, you, Big Will, you know, my boy Marcus, Moski, my best friend, you know, I go to Moski for guidance. I'd probably just say Jordan, you know, my mom, the people close to me, but outside of that, really, to be honest, not even to big you up, I come to you though, G. Because I mean, like, my relationship with you has grown more than it has grown with anybody, really. I mean, besides, you know, Moski and Jordan. We have had multiple conversations and ups and downs as well. Me and you personally been through some shit, you know, that we had to actually talk about and overcome. You like that nigga that came to the Boys and Girls Club. I respect people like that, you know, who just put their foot on the gas, like, I'ma just do it. I'm a student before I'm a leader, you know, and I learned that's what I've learned over the last few years. Be a student first, you know what I mean? Before you try to be a leader.
Cool. So one last role, actually. You mentioned friendship.
Yeah.
You know, Moski.
Yeah.
You know, I tried to cut Moski in this.
Yeah.
But then I recognized how vital he was
Yeah.
to you and how good of a dude he is.
Yeah, Moski.
He don't always, you know, sometimes I feel like unfriending him on Facebook and unfollowing him on Twitter for saying some crazy shit. And I knew how crucial he was going to be to your development as an artist, and for you getting comfortable in the new Funk Volume situation. I knew he had to be around, and I'm so glad he stepped his game up and is actually a dope hype man now.
I'm glad that you made him step his game up, you know, because that's what it was. We would have never known to be better if we didn't get pushed to be better, you know. You know, them times, I remember when Moski, I remember the first time when you gave Moski the little. That's all you did. I don't even think you said nothing. You just gave him the little. I see you, Moski. boy, yeah, he was like, my heart started racing. I knew I was gonna kill the next one. I'm like, I'm just trying to get better. And that's what I love about Moski, because Moski always wanted to be a better nigga too, all the way from high school. And I'm glad that he got to be a part of all of this, especially because he started this shit out with me. But he knew that he needed to develop. I needed to develop. So we figured we would just do it together, you know, and just try to make it happen.
Well, that's it, man. That's the conversation I wanted to have. You know, just the growing process of you being these different roles in your life.
Word. This is dope. This is dope.
I feel like, you know, the fans will get much more insight into who you are and where you're coming from with this album. You know, so it's still something different, man.
Yeah, nah, this has been, it don't get no better than this, you know what I mean? So now they just don't get bits and pieces and kind of get to make their own stories up. Now you're getting what it really is.
Right.
You know, and that's tight because this is the time for people to actually know.
Well, I'm looking forward to the future, man. I think big things are ahead.
Let's get this money.